This is the Fender Player II Telecaster. I finally have my hands on one. Being a lefty, I had to wait a while. And a massive thanks to Sky Music for the loan of this. Don't get to keep it, no money's changed hands, and this video isn't sponsored in any way. You're about to hear this in the context of a jam track, and then we'll get over to some isolated tones. Here we go. Welcome back, folks. My name's Shane. You were listening to the tones of the Fender Player II Telecaster. I am very impressed with how this guitar sounds and how it feels to play. Now, if you know my sort of synopsis of all of the made in Mexico Teles and Strats over the years, you know they're all good. And this is no exception. This is actually slightly lighter than the Strat I recently reviewed, which was surprising, but it really does play great. I think these pickups fine. You'll never need to replace them unless you're looking for something that cancels the buzz entirely. But if you're a fan of traditional Tele pickups, I wouldn't find any reason to switch these out whatsoever. These come in a bunch of different colors, and you can also get them with a rosewood fretboard. This is, of course, the maple neck and maple fretboard option. We get two single coil pickups, and if you're in the middle position here, it is hum canceling, which is awesome. We get one volume control and one tone control. We've got the 6-saddle bridge here and a string through body, and overall this configuration seems to work really nice. We get a set of classic gear tuners. These are very reminiscent of the vintage ones you might find on a lot of the reissued guitars. They're the same kind of principle here, and the tuning reliability on this model has been fine. Another one of the upgrades on the Player II is we get rolled fretboard edges, and this feels really nice to play. I've got no complaints with it whatsoever, unless you're not a fan of the modern C, the dreaded Fender modern C neck. So yeah, I much prefer a fatter neck than this, but yeah, everyone likes different stuff, and I've got no problems with this. I could gig with this and not think twice about it once I get used to it, but just know it's definitely not a fat neck. This is one of those guitars I was supposed to try at launch, and then no lefties showed up anywhere from Fender here in Australia, so it's great to be able to borrow these from a local music shop. So a massive thanks again to Sky Music for that. I really do appreciate it. If you want to check this out in your part of the world, I'll link it to everywhere down in the description box. Here we go. Let's kick it off with some clean tones, courtesy of the PV Classic 50. Now I'm going to play some chords and cycle through each of the three pickup combinations just so you can get a good sense of how these pickups sound with everything being equal. So this is neck pickup with the volume and tone control all the way up. Just know when I get on both pickups, it's going to be hum cancelling. This is neck pickup. Sounds great. So what I'm going to do now is cycle the other way around and just play some sort of fingerstyle stuff. The neck pickup's nice and warm, but if you dig in, it gives you a lot of snap. The bridge is nice and gnarly. And both pickups together really just gives you that classic sound. Beautiful. Over to some dirty tones now, thanks to the Crunch channel on the Marshall. Now, I'm a big fan of this particular tone. Bridge pickup on a Tele, and the Marshall sounds like this. Now let's turn down. So that cleans up just awesome. Like, that's almost dead clean. So there you go. If you like to rock out, you can still play dynamically just by using your volume control, turn up, and you've got a really great sound. Let's crank up the gain. All right, let's go for a big lead guitar solo sound. So I've cranked up the drive. I've also added some delay. Now this will buzz a bit when I get on bridge or neck pickup, but I'm going to start on both pickups because it kind of cancels the hum, which is great. Let's have a listen to this. Yeah, that's a huge sound. So now what I'm going to do is just use the volume control here to get it to clean up. Then if I wind it all the way up, one of the great things about the Player II Tele is the tone control here. It's really responsive. So I'll play the same riff a few times. You can get a good sense of what's going on. This is both pickups. So there you go, as you could hear, it's very responsive. All right, let's wrap this up. I'm gonna give you some food for thought when it comes to the Player II Telecaster. Now, I love the color. I love how the top's a slightly different color to the sides and back, so that's all good. In terms of tuning reliability and all that kind of stuff, once I stretched out the strings and played it for a bit, it's been fine. So these new tuners are doing the job here. And unlike the Strat that has that floating tremolo, the tuning stability on this is in a whole different league. This is another reason why I love Telecasters. The star of the show with this guitar is definitely the pickups. There's no reason you would want to replace them unless you were looking for like a buzz-free alternative in every position, or if you want to load, a humbucker in there just because that's what you do. But in terms of single coil tone, there'd be no reason to change these out. You can get pretty much the same great tone out of every iteration of these anyway. So I don't know how much better these pickups sound than the prior generation and all that kind of stuff because I haven't actually directly compared them, but they sound fine. It sounds like a Telecaster, and these Player series, much like the standards before them, have always been great instruments. So if you're looking for a great Tele, I can highly recommend this. I don't think it's breaking any new ground. I mean, the rolled fretboard edges are nice, but it wouldn't be enough for me to upgrade from maybe the prior version. I'd have to be coming from something completely different or a much less expensive guitar. But if you don't have a Fender Telecaster and you're looking for a better value option than some of the American guitars, this would definitely still be a great choice. I could gig with this. It's nice and comfortable to play. It looks super cool. And yeah, it's a Tele. So what more can I tell you? But it's a really nice instrument. Thanks again for watching. My name's Shane. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.